So good morning everyone. Thanks for the very warm introduction, Principal Sir. And first of all, I would like to thank all of you for being here in this session. And also, I would like to take this opportunity. I need to thank your Principal, Dr. Sir, for giving me this opportunity, and your Professor, Mr. Jayant, for enabling me as well. So when I got to know about this opportunity that there is a session for giving a motivation talk on topic by sharing the person's journey of mine, I grabbed it with my both hands without thinking twice, because in my life I always wanted to provide value to the people around me in one way or the other, so that it would benefit the other people around me, which they can utilize in their life, and also it gives me some satisfaction at the end of the day for me personally. So that's the main reason why I'm being here today, and I hope I give some valuable insights for you that you can take out of this and that you can apply for your life and your career as well. So let me start this session with a question that I have for all of you. So how many of you feel lost or unsure about where you are going in your life? For example, வாழ்க்கையில் நான் போய் இன்ஜினியரிங் எடுத்துட்டேன், அடுத்து என் லைஃப்பில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறேன், என்கிட்ட எந்த ஸ்கில்ஸுமே இல்லையே, என்கிட்ட எந்த டேலண்ட்டுமே இல்லை, என்கிட்ட எந்த எபிலிட்டியுமே இல்லை. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், என் ஃப்ரெண்டுக்கு வந்து he has good communication skill, பட் என்கிட்ட கம்யூனிகேஷன் ஸ்கில்லும் இல்லை, என்கிட்ட டெக்னிக்கல் ஸ்கில்ஸும் இல்லை. ஸோ என் வாழ்க்கையில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறேன் அப்படின்னு பயப்படுறவங்க நிறைய பேர் இங்கே இருக்கலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பட் let me tell you, I have been there too. In fact, most of my life I had to face struggles, failures, rejections, and I had to fight a lot of fights to get to the place where I am standing today. But none of it was by accident. The process that I believed in was, I set a vision for myself when I was a child, and I believed in the process that I put some efforts for achieving that vision. So when you do all these two together, and also I believe that some external factor, the universe can help you in achieve where you want to get in your life. So many call it luck, but personally I would like to call that term as grace. So as your principal introduced me, I always believe in the spiritual life and God in my life. So that factor actually helped me to get to the place where I am currently in my life. But you have to set a vision for yourself, and you have to put in your efforts consistently. So நீங்களும் லைஃப்பில் அப்படி பயப்படுறீங்க, உங்கள் ஸ்கில்ஸ் எதுவும் இல்லை, டேலண்ட் எதுவும் இல்லை அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறீங்கன்னா, லெட் மீ டெல் எ சீக்ரெட். ஸோ தி சீக்ரெட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட், உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையில் நீங்கள் வந்து எபிலிட்டிஸ்லாம் நினைக்கலாம், பட் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம் இட்ஸ் நாட் அபவுட் ஆல் த ஸ்கில்ஸ் ஆர் த எபிலிட்டிஸ் தட் யூ ஹேவ். இட்ஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் செட்டிங் எ விஷன் ஃபார் யுவர் செல்ஃப் அண்ட் யூ ட்ரஸ்டிங் த ப்ராசஸ் அண்ட் யூ புட்டிங் சம் எஃபர்ட் கன்சிஸ்டன்ட்லி that you can achieve something in life. So once you do that, universe in some way or other, it will help you to achieve your dream gradually and slowly and steadily it will help you. So today I am going to share how setting that vision when I was a child and me putting that efforts helped me to achieve in my life and help me to change the course of my life. And also I am going to share how that can help you to change your course of your life as well. So that's the main point of this session today, and also parallelly I will give some valuable tools and platforms that I use for my career growth as well. So alright, now let's get back to my school days. So what school days, I wasn't the one that you would call a top student. In fact, I was always struggling to get good grades. I was always studying hard. I was finding hard to get good grades in all the subjects over there in the school. So till 8th standard, it was fine. Till 8th standard, there won't be any restrictions, right? Like gradually, automatically, you will pass through to the next grade. But when I was in 9th standard, after writing my annual examinations, I was waiting for the results. So during that time, results don't come in SMS or don't have a web portal where we can see the results like we do right now. So at that time I was results were coming postcard. So I was waiting for the postman to arrive. On one such day I got the postcard And I went to my mother and opened the postcard to see surprise that it mentioned I need to come and meet the principal the next day for getting to know my results. I was surprised that why this message is very odd. So I checked with my friends who are in my neighborhood who were doing the same class as mine. So I was checking with them whether they also got the similar result. But for my surprise again, for them it was mentioned that you passed 9th standard and your certain opening date has been mentioned and you can come and join the school on that specific day. So at that point I realized that something is not good. So the next day we went to school with my mother to meet the principal, and the principal was saying that around 100 of students in that specific 9th standard, 3 of them got failed and they have to repeat the year, and I was one among the 3. Right? So at that particular point I felt disappointed, I felt stuck, I don't know what to do. Right? It didn't mean that I didn't try, but I tried hard, but that didn't happen for me to pass the 9th standard at that time. So somehow my other 2 friends actually went to other schools for directly getting to 10th standard. But for me, it didn't work out. I don't know how they get directly into 10th standard even till date. But my mother also tried to get me into 10th standard again by joining other schools, but for me it didn't work out. So in that case I had to repeat the year, right? So but I also had to fight through some noise that was coming through my family. For example, நம்ம சின்ன வயசுல நல்லா படிக்கணும்னா நம்ம வீட்டில் கொஞ்சம் ஜாலியாக சொல்கிறாங்க, உன்னை எதுவும் மட்டும் தான் மேய்க்க விடணும் அப்படிமா. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பேச வந்து ப்ளஸ் ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸில் என்ன சொல்ல ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்கன்னா, கொஞ்சம் சீரியஸான டிஸ்கஷன் போகும்போது நைட்டு ஃபெயில் ஆகிட்டான், ஸோ இதுக்கு மேலே படிக்க விடுறது கஷ்டம் தான், படிக்க மாட்டான், படிச்சுக்க மாட்டான், அதனால் ஏதாவது மளிகை கடைக்கு விட்டுடலாம், நம்ம காசை சம்பாதிக்கலாம், நம்மளுக்கு மாதம் வருமானத்துக்காக வந்துட்டு அப்படி பேச வர ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் அண்ட் ஃபேமிலி அப்படின்னு. ஸோ பட் ஐ ஹேட் டு ஃபைட் த்ரூ தட் நாய்ஸ் பிகாஸ் I had set the vision for myself when I was a child. The vision was set that I need to achieve something in life, but I know how I'm going to achieve it and what that vision is at that point. But for achieving that, at least the education was key at that point for me, right? Even in life, for achieving something, education is a basic key for you to achieve something in life. For example, there are some rare cases where some school dropouts, college dropouts had achieved a lot bigger in life, but those are very rare cases. Right? So education is a basic qualification if you want to achieve in your life something. So that vision was knocking in my mind continuously. So I had fight through that noise. Even when my mother was telling I will continue the study and I'll repeat the year in same school. So imagine the situation where your classmates and your friends that you have been studying for the last 8 to 10 years, right, from the same school, from LKG, could pass on to the next grade. But for me, I had to repeat the year and I have to sit with my juniors for the next 4 years or so. But I had the courage because again, the vision which I had was not in my mind, and I had the courage to repeat the year and I joined the school again. From there, I again put my hard work, I started studying, but still it was not the smoothest path. I tried, I passed, somehow I passed the 9th and 10th standard again, and 11th standard also I barely passed. Again in 12th standard there was another shocker. So I met with a major accident which made the school management dismiss from my school. It was just few months before the 12th standard public examinations, and I got dismissed from the school. Again, I felt stuck, I felt disappointed, I don't know what to do, I was clueless. So at that point again, I need to reiterate on my thoughts, how I'm going to achieve my vision, how I'm going to survive in this world. All those things are started coming into my mind. And with the help of my cousin brother and my mother, we were trying again some other schools for if there's a possibility to write the examinations directly without academic schools. Because already in first standard I spent few months, right? So we were trying if there is any possibility for doing that. But still, my cousin brother was living in Coimbatore at the time, and we were trying some schools in Coimbatore as well. But now the schools were saying that I need to repeat the year from 11th standard. Already I repeated the 9th standard. Again, they were asking me to join from 11th standard because direct 12th standard admission is not possible. So again, I don't know what to do. But somehow, with to and fro communication with my school, with a lot of struggles. They just allowed me to write the exams, but I should not attend the classes and any model exams or revision exams. So, but I was okay. At least I got a chance for writing the examinations, right? So imagine the situation again where my friends and classmates would be going to school regularly. They'll have the advantage of attending the classes regularly and writing the revision exams, writing the model exams, re-educating on the studies and their skills. All those things for them it is possible. But for me, I was in a kind of depressed state where I was got dismissed and I don't have the chance for writing the model exams and all. But somehow, again I told it, I had that vision knocking in my mind that I need to do something to come out of this. So as I said, when you have set the vision and you have the courage to come back from any situation, I told you, right, that the universe in some way or the other will help you or will guide you. So at that time, what happened is, till March will be the public examination, till February, I don't know anything. So if I'm going to write the public examination, obviously I'm going to fail in all the subjects. So, but the universe helped me in a way that through your principal sir, I got a teacher got introduced to me just 2 weeks before the exams, and that teacher taught me entirely from start. I mean, from zero. I was in zero state, and he equipped me in a way that I can write the examination, at least to pass the examination, and that was a miracle for me at that time. So how that happened means, again I set the vision, I have the courage to come back. Somehow, again, that grace helped me to find a person that can mentor me at that time. So using that teacher, I somehow passed the 12th standard examination as well, and I scored around 70%. So for me, that 70% made me way happier when compared to my school toppers actually. So that was again a miracle moment for me. So after 12th standard, as you all, I mean, even in school days, I had a dream of becoming a professional cricketer. In my school, how many of you have dreamt of becoming a cricketer? I think most of you should have a cricketing dream because in India, cricketing is a major sport that is followed. So in that case, I was also having this dream of becoming a professional cricketer. So during these all school struggles, I was not just dreaming, but actually I was training to become a professional cricketer. I even captained our Total District's under 14 team when I was in 10th standard. And at times I got featured in Hindu newspaper also for getting 15 at one of the district matches. And the entire school, in school we have daily assemblies, right? So in assemblies, there were moments in a tournament that I got 3 consecutive man of the match with the trophy still in my house. For that, I would be getting appreciation from the assemblies. I mean, there were appreciations for other students in academics, but for me, academics was a struggle. But I was gaining some appreciation for my sports achievement at that time. But at some point of time, I realized that cricketing is not my career for achieving my vision. I had to let go of that dream. So why I am pointing this particular thing to you, I suppose there will be students here. I mean, engineering join பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னாடி உங்களுக்கு வேறு கரியர் ட்ரீம்ஸ் இருக்கலாம். எனக்கு ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருந்தது, இல்லை எனக்கு சிங்கிங் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கலாம், இல்லை எனக்கு ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபியில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருந்தது, எனக்கு விஷுவல் கம்யூனிகேஷன் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருந்தது. அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் நினச்சிருக்கலாம். பட் அட் சம் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம் நீங்கள் ஒரு விஷன் செட் பண்ணி ஒரு கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் எஃபர்ட் போட்டு அந்த ஃப்ளோவில் போகும்போது there will be a situation where you need to let go of one dream. So let go of one dream means you are not giving up on the dream, but you are making yourself available for better opportunities to come. So that's the main thing I wanted to learn from this particular journey of mine in my school days. And after school days, as everyone, after 12th, we need to decide what career we are going to choose, right? I mean, what domain or what department we are going to choose. So one such day, after my 12th examination results, I was talking with my cousin brother, as mentioned. He was my education specialist because at the time he was working at the United States for an IT company. So he was my biggest inspiration since my childhood. So I was talking with him, and he he gave me a problem to solve at that time. So the problem was the three coconut problem. He asked me, there are three coconuts in front of you, and you need to tell which one is weighing more. So மூணு தேங்காய் இருக்கு, அந்த மூணு தேங்காயில் எது வெயிட் அதிகம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இதுக்கு யாராவது ஆன்சர் பண்ண விரும்புறீங்களா? பாசிபிள்? anyone can raise your hands. ஒரு மூணு தேங்காய் அவங்க முன்னாடி தந்துட்டோம். இந்த மூணு தேங்காயில் எது வெயிட் அதிகம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்லுவீங்க? anyone please stand. ஸோ மேபி அது அவங்களுக்கு ரேண்டம் தாட்ஸ் இருக்கலாம். ஸோ நான் என்ன சொன்னேன் அப்படின்னா, இதை பார்த்தோடனே தெரியலன்னா, பார்த்தோடனே மூணு தகவலை எது பெருசு தெரியும், அப்போது எது பெருசாக இருக்கோ அதுதான் வெயிட் அதிகம் அப்படின்னு நான் சொன்னேன். பட் ரேண்டமாக அந்த மாதிரி நிறையா சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். பட் he was not satisfied. So that's when he gave me steps of instruction to solve the problem. Right? He was telling that for any given problem that we have to give a steps of instruction for solving that problem. So how he was defining the solution was, he was telling first you need to take two coconuts in your hand and you need to compare the weights. I mean, when you hold the two coconuts in your hand, you obviously know the weights, right? So first you compare two coconuts and the one which is less weight, you will throw that away and you will take the third coconut and you need to compare again these two and you will get the end result of getting the most weight coconut out of all these things. So why, I mean, it was a simple problem, but why he was mentioning it was, he wanted me to understand the algorithm. In computer programming, algorithm was a key step to writing a computer program. So he was making me to understand the importance of algorithm and problem solving. So that actually impressed me and it made me to learn more about it. So that made me actually to choose computer programming. That made me to choose BTech in IT. So after 12th standard, this was the main key moment which made me to choose BTech in IT in college. And after that, actually, I fell in love with programming, I would say. So from that day, before even entering college, I started randomly to read some books about programming. Actually, my brother brought some books regarding programming, and from that I started learning programming. So even after college, first year it was all good. Again, in each and every phase there will be struggles, right? So at the time again I started getting ideas from second year. But from day one I was learning programming again. So that programming actually helped me to gain the practical knowledge. So there were moments like some practice. From second year there will be practical examinations, right? There will be programming lab and all those things will be there. So one such situation, I was in the practical examination, final practical examinations where that will be a 3 hours duration of examinations and we got around 5 programs to solve, right? And so all those 5 programs I solved within half an hour, okay? I considered 3 hours program duration, but I solved all those 5 programs in half an hour, which my class toppers was not able to do it. So everyone stared at me surprisingly, and even the examiner in the examination hall came to the computer which I solved and he was checking all the code, and he also got surprised, and I left the examination hall, practical examination hall within half an hour, and to my surprise, after the class every friends, most of my friends came to me and started how did he solve it, and bitter notes, copy notes, later and party out in the around. So that was one place which I realized practical knowledge is must, and comparatively to the theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge that we should acquire at the early stage itself. In the first year students, so theoretical is important because for a degree no basic qualification to get into any entry level job. But for industry level, practical knowledge is very important. So in the first year, in this stage, you should start learning the practical knowledge. Department IT be it any industry, you should gain practical knowledge from day one, from your college. So that will actually give you a lot of benefits which you can't imagine when you come out of college. So that is the point I realized I had gained some practical knowledge at that point. And also, then third year came. In third year, I started, from third year, there will be placement training and all started there. And there was one, in our college, the practical, the placement labs will be something like in movies, right? Like, there will be huge hall with computers, there will be layers of students sitting. And so in that, I studied in Motivational college. Our placement lab also in that, it was such a kind of infrastructure we had. And on one such occasion, the placement training will happen not only for the class that we were in, but also for the entire batchmates, right? For example, I heard in your college, first year has 150 students, but for us, when I was in college, in one department itself, there will be around 200 to 300, and for one entire year, there will be around 1,000 students, right? So placement training will happen for 4 to 5 departments at a time. So on one such occasion, we went to the placement lab, and our placement officer, once he entered the class, he asked us to he gave us a problem. The problem was to convert a normal number to hexadecimal number. I'm not sure whether we got it in syllabus right now in the first year or not, but he asked us to solve to convert a number from a normal number to a hexadecimal number. So all the batchmates, all my friends took up their paper and pen and started to solve it. But since I was learning programming, I switched on the computer suddenly. I got something knocked off in my mind that I had some other ideas, and I switched on my computer and I wrote a C language, C program, 6 lines of code, which will convert the number to the hexadecimal number. Right? Only 6 lines of code. So typing that 6 lines of code won't take more than a minute. Right? And at that time, C was the programming language which was popular. I think nowadays Python and most of other languages are coming, which is gaining traction. So I solved the problem within a minute, and again that placement officer got surprised, and every students and friends got surprised. I raised my hand and I told my placement officer I completed this program. And suddenly the placement officer asked every other students in the class to clap for me. So at that point again I realized the appreciation which I was eagerly waiting for me in my cricketing journey. I was getting those appreciation in my tech journey, right? So I love that feeling actually. So when you do what you love, and when you do what is a passion, and when you get appreciation for your passion, it felt surreal for me at that point. Again, why he appreciated means, I think most of the students should know that program, how to solve how to convert a normal number to hexadecimal number in a C program. But everyone took out the pen and paper. But I thought out of the box, right? So out of the box thinking is important in this kind of competitive world. So for that I got appreciated. And from then, my name got recognized across all the departments, across all the placement officers, and they were eagerly waiting for my placement season to happen. And then it was the final year. Final year, I think as I told, I was having standing arrears. Right? Standing arrears is not good for any student. Again, I'm pressing it. The theoretical knowledge is very important. It is the basic qualification for you to get any job. But for me, it was a rare case. Even when I had standing arrears, there will be 10-20s of placement campus drives has been happening. But for me, since I had standing arrears, I had only two opportunities to attend the campus interview. And to my surprise, for me it was not a surprise, to my batchmate surprise, I got two offers. I attended only 2 interviews and I got those 2 offers. So one of the meeting with my placement officer, he was telling our college started nearly 25 years ago. And he was telling that in the history of 25 years, there was not even a single student with standing arrears got a placement offer. That too, I got 2 offers for me. So this all happened because it is not happened simply, right? There should be a reason. So this all happened because what I believe is, in childhood I set a vision for myself, and I always wanted to put some efforts to achieve that success. and achieve that vision. And also, I was believing in the external factor, right? I mean, I was believing in the grace that brought me up this far. So, when you do this process, when you trust this process, everything will fall into place, right? So, for me, it was one such a moment. Even with starting areas, I got 2 offers, and then all these stages, I mean, after having 2 offers, it was a very different game, right? I was putting a lot of my time into mentoring other students, seeing batchmates, all those things were happening. But the key insight that I want to eventually get out of this is, from my school journey, the key insight I want to get is, for example, you should believe in yourself at any point of time. For example, life will throw you setbacks, life will throw obstacles at you, but you need to believe in your vision. You need to set a vision, and you need to believe in the process. Many will say go with the flow. So go with the flow யாருக்கு செட் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு விஷன் செட் பண்ணிட்டு என் லைஃப்ல இதான் அச்சீவ் பண்ண போறேன் அப்படின்னு ஒரு செட் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ஃப்ளோவில் போனீங்க அப்படின்னா it will happen. So என்னோட ஸ்கூல் ஜர்னிலேருந்து even if you face struggles, obstacles, you can learn that you should believe in the process, and then something will fall into place. Right? Something will fall into place to achieve what you want to be in life. And even in college, what I learned is practical knowledge is greater than the theoretical knowledge that college teaches. So theoretical knowledge also you know, but practical knowledge is very important. So that I want you to take away from my college journey. And also you should believe in the process. So உங்கள் ட்ரீம்ஸ் என்னவாக இருந்தாலும் ஒரு விஷயம் செட் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கான ஒர்க்கு நம்ம போடணும். அண்ட் யூ ஷுட் பிலீவ் இன் தட் ப்ராசஸ். ஸோ தட்ஸ் மை key takeaway from the school journey and college journey. And so இப்போ ஒரு என் கையில் வந்துருச்சு 2 job offers, ஒன்று கோயம்புத்தூரில், ஒன்று பெங்களூரில். So then first I decided to join in Coimbatore, but during the onboarding process I went to the Coimbatore Rail Park for joining on May month after my all the examination. But நாங்கள் போனால் அங்கே வந்து செக்யூரிட்டி ஆஃபீஸர் வந்து நான் உள்ள ஆஃபீஸ்க்குள்ள உள்ள ஃபஸ்ட் டே. அண்ட் மை அதர் 2 friends, 2 girls who got the job offer, they were admitted in the campus and they joined. But due to some onboarding issues, my offer was cancelled at the last moment of time. I don't know the reason still. They didn't even care to explain me the reason why they cancelled my offer. But it was okay. But I had already the bags packed, right? So அந்த பார்ட் my school journey வந்து எதுவுமே நம்ம நினைச்ச மாதிரி நடக்க முடியாது. But you should at least believe in the process. And at that point of time, that vision was knocking in my mind again, that we should have the courage to come back and get through this phase of your life as well. So already I had the bags packed for me, and straight from Coimbatore I traveled to Bangalore since I had another offer. So Bangalore we joined, but again that company, it was a startup. So the startup culture is like you don't have a defined structure, there will be no defined guidance. So அந்த கம்பெனி ஜாயின் பண்ணி 20 daysல அவங்க கொடுக்குற டாஸ்க் எதுவுமே எனக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்னே தெரியல. There was no proper guidance. So the 20 daysல I decided not to stay in this place any further. So 30 days I quit from the company. So Bangalore I was staying in an hostel, and next month we should pay the rent. I should pay the rent, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. So I had the 10 days buffer, right? 20 days quit பண்ணா I had the 10 days buffer before I wanted to pay the rent. And the 10 days what I did is I applied to around 100 jobs in 10 days, more than 100 jobs, right? For applying, what are the tools I used are Motivational was very popular at that time. It was the starting phase. We have an app called Motivational. So there I was applying around 100 jobs in a couple of days. Around that 100 jobs, around 10 calls I got, 10 interview calls. Around the 10 interview calls, I got 2 to 3 final rounds, and somehow I got one offer within a matter of 7 days or so. Okay? So then I joined that one startup in Bangalore again, where the first day again was a surprise. Okay, why? Because my college programming நான் வெற்றி அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். காலேஜில் நான் 3rd year 4th year ப்ரோக்ராமிங் ஓரளவு ஈவன் டாப்பர்ஸ் கூட கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணி ஐ பீன் டூயிங் திங்ஸ். பட் இந்த கம்பெனியில் நான் ஃபஸ்ட் டே போய் ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது I was welcomed by 4 IIT students. Okay, 4 4 IIT students who was in first year semester holidays. Right? So, என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நம்ம காலேஜ் போகிறதுக்கு அப்படின்னு தெரியல. என்னோட காலேஜ் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் மோஸ்ட்லி இன்டர்ன்ஷிப்பு இல்லை ஜாப் அப்படின்னா ஒரு 4th year இல்லை ஃபைனல் இயர் செமஸ்டருக்கு வர தான் they will be applying for internships, all those things will be happening. But when I was going to my first day job, I was welcomed by 4 IIT students who are in their first year, that too not from computer background, they were from chemical engineering background, and they were, for them, from first year itself, they wanted to do internships, mandatory, right? So அதுவும் எனக்கு ஒரு என்ன சொல்கிறது ஒரு பயத்தை ஒரு நர்வஸை கொடுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சா. ஐயோ ஐஐடி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கூட இப்போ நம்ம வேலை பார்க்கணும்னா நம்மளுக்கு அந்த ஸ்கில் செட்லாம் இருக்காது அப்படின்னு திருப்பி எனக்கு அந்த பயம் வர ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு. பட் அகைன் அந்த பயத்தை வந்து ஓவர்டேக் பண்ண முடியல. ஐ வாண்ட் அகைன் தட் விஷன் அண்ட் விஷன் ஆல் தோஸ் திங்ஸ் வேர் தேர். இட் வாஸ் நாக்கிங் ஆஃப் மை மைண்ட் அகைன். அண்ட் ஸோ எனக்கு எந்த டவுட்ஸ் வந்தாலும் ஆப்வியஸ்லி நீங்கள் ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒரு கம்பெனி ஜாயின் பண்ண உடனே சின்ன சின்ன ஸ்டார்டர் they will directly put you in the project, right? There will be no such training. For example, CPS, TCS, normal Infosys, many companies, they will have a dedicated 6 months training program. But in startup environment, from day one, they will expect you to code as a developer. They will expect you to work. So at the time, so day one, I got many tasks to implement, but I don't know how to do most of the tasks. So ஐஐடி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தாங்க, ஃபஸ்ட் இயர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், அவங்க என்னோட சின்ன பசங்களாக இருக்காங்கன்ட்டு அவங்ககிட்ட நான் வைக்கப்பட்டு கேட்காம இல்லை. அந்த டைம் யூஸ் பண்ணி நான் அவங்ககிட்ட இருந்து எவ்வளோ கற்றுக்க முடியுமோ, இவன் அவங்க சின்ன பசங்களாக இருந்தாலும் என் வெட்டு தான் என் டார்ச்சர் லிட்டரலி எப்போ பார்த்தா டார்ச்சர் பண்ணிட்டே இருப்பேன். எனக்கு இது எப்படி வந்தது, அது எப்படி வந்தது, இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் எப்படி சால்வ் பண்ணணும். ஸோ அப்படி அவங்ககிட்ட நிறையா கற்றுக்கிட்டேன் அந்த ஃபஸ்ட் இயர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கிட்ட. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி வி ஷுட் ஹேவ் த ஓப்பன் மைண்ட் செட் டு லேர்ன் ஃப்ரம் எவ்ரிபடி. ஸோ when we come across life, we will meet many people, right? So we should be open enough to learn from everybody. So that was one lesson. So in my first company, that was the first job, that I was in the company for nearly 3 years. So those 3 years I was continuously, since that's our startup environment, I was continuously into pressure, right? Like the startup culture, as I mentioned, it will be full of pressure, but there will be a lot of learnings, right? Even Saturday, Sunday, most of the Saturday, Sunday, there will be holidays. As many projects, 30-90 companies, there will be Saturday, Sundays off. Yeah, now we are working in such a way, but at the early days, I was asked to even work on Saturdays and Sundays, but for me, it was a perfect environment to learn everything, right? So I used those 3 years. Those 3 years are my foundation for my career growth so far. So now currently, I have been in the software industry for nearly 6 years. ஒரு டிப்பிக்கல் ஒரு டிசிஎஸ் இல்லை இன்ஃபோசிஸில் சேர்ந்த என்ஜினியர்ஸ் வந்து ஒரு க்ரோத்தை பார்க்குற ஒரு ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு சேலரி ஏம் வச்சுப்பாங்க. ஒரு 15 இயர்ஸில் ஒரு ஆவரேஜ் ஐடி எம்ப்ளாயி 15 இயர்ஸ் 20 இயர்ஸ்க்கு ஏம் பண்ணுற அந்த ரெவன்யூ ஆர் இன்கம் ஐ gained it in these 5 years itself. So because those 3 years I put all my efforts, so those 3 years my foundation for the further careers in my incoming stream or all those things. So நீங்களும் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கிடைக்குது லைஃப்பில் அப்படின்னா you should put all your efforts in. You should not wait for, you should not tell any excuse that இந்த கம்பெனி எனக்கு ரொம்ப ப்ரெஷர் போடுறாங்க, இவங்க என்ன ரொம்ப டார்ச்சர் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு இல்லாமல் those initial 2 years you should put all your efforts in and you should learn everything possible. So startup இருந்ததுனால I was put, even though I am a developer, I was put into every stakeholder communication, even from client interfaces இருக்கட்டும் இல்லை கிளைண்ட் ஆன்சைட்டில் போய் டெப்ளாய் பண்ணுறாங்க, கோடு பண்ணுறதுல டெப்ளாய் பண்ணணும், அவங்க சர்வரில் டெப்ளாய் பண்ணுறதா இருக்கட்டும். இதே பெரிய கம்பெனினா they will have dedicated each team separately. But for us, since I got that opportunity, I was part of every stakeholder communication, right? So that was, those 3 years my key foundation for my career growth so far. And after 3 years, so I was in blockchain domain. The blockchain cryptocurrency now will be a but at that time, blockchain and cryptocurrency was way a booming industry. For AI gave a link to go, and I was in 2018, 2019, and the time of blockchain gave a link to go. So at the time I was learning about blockchain and how to code smart contracts, all those things I was doing. I was learning about cryptocurrency. So those things I've been doing, and so after 3 years in that company, I wanted to switch my career to another company which uses blockchain entirely. Right? So at the previous company, there were some blockchain projects, but majorly we were working with some banks like federal banks, Canada banks, and all for providing software solution. But I want myself to purely work on a blockchain project. So then I switched my career from that company and joined another company where I started learning Rust programming language இருக்குதுங்களா. ஸோ at that time என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா அந்த பிளாக்செயின் பூமிங் வரும்போது இந்த ரஸ்ட்டுக்கும் பிளாக்செயின் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்கும் ரொம்ப டிமாண்ட் இருந்துச்சு. ஓகேவா. ஸோ இதில் அந்த டிமாண்ட் வரப்போ இப்போ எதுனாலுமே அப்படி தான். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ கோல்டுக்கு டிமாண்ட் அதிகமாக இருக்குன்னா அதோட ரேட்டு கூடிடும். கரெக்டாக. இப்போ சில்வருக்கு டிமாண்ட் அதிகமாக இருக்குன்னா அதோட ரேட்டு கூடிடும். அது சப்ளை கம்மியாக இருக்கும். அதே மாதிரி என்னாச்சு, அந்த ரஸ்ட் டெவலப்பர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து டிமாண்ட் அதிகமாகிடுச்சு, ஆனால் சப்ளை கம்மி. ஓகேவா. ஸோ அவங்களோட ஏர்னிங் பொட்டன்ஷியல் வந்து எக்ஸ்போனன்ஷியலாக க்ரோ ஆகிடுச்சு. ஸோ ஐ யூஸ் தட் பர்ஃபெக்ட் டைமிங். அகேன் அந்த டைமிங் வந்து ஐ டென்ட் சூஸ், ரைட். Everything was falling into place. As I told, I was trusting in the vision, I was trusting in the process, and something that was the factor that helped me, the place that helped me to everything fall into place, right. So I got the perfect timing to learn trust, and அந்த நைட்டை யூஸ் பண்ணி அந்த டைமிங் யூஸ் பண்ணி learn trust and blockchain to the core. And அந்த இயரில் 4th year எனக்கு ஒர்க் ஆன ப்ராஜெக்ட், 5th year ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது I got very exponential growth. I can't tell the numbers, but approximately சொல்லணும்னா ஒரு ஆவரேஜ் ஐடி எம்ப்ளாயி இந்தியா ஒரு 15-20 இயர்ஸில் எவ்வளோ எர்ன் பண்ணுவாங்களோ I was earning in USDs. Okay, I started consulting for foreign clients at that point itself, and the growth was very exponential. So நீங்கள் இதில் என்ன லேர்ன் பண்ணணும் விருப்பம்னா you should learn skills that are in demand. கரெக்டாக ஏஐ வந்து டிமாண்டில் இருக்குது, ரைட். இன்னும் அடுத்த ஒரு 1 or 2 இயர்ஸில் புது ட்ரெண்ட் வரலாம். ஸோ டிமாண்ட்லேயும் இருக்கணும், அதுக்கு சப்ளை கம்மியாக இருக்கணும். அதான் ஒரு சின்ன ஃபார்முலா. ஓகே, எதுக்கு டிமாண்ட் அதிகமாக இருக்கோ, எதுக்கு சப்ளை கம்மியாக இருக்கோ, அதை வந்து நீங்கள் லேர்ன் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா யூ வில் டூ வண்டர்ஸ், ரைட். ஸோ ஐ வாண்ட் யூ டு லேர்ன் அபவுட் இட். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ யூ ஷுட் டேக் கால்குலேட்டட் ரிஸ்க். கால்குலேட்டட் ரிஸ்க் அப்படின்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு இந்த கம்பெனிலேயே நான் திருப்பி என்னோட அடுத்த 3 இயர்ஸும் நான் சர்வை பண்ணியிருந்தேன் அப்படின்னா எனக்கு இந்த அளவுக்கு க்ரோத் வந்துருக்குமான்னு தெரியல. அதுக்கு நீங்கள் வந்து கம்பெனி அடிக்கடி ஸ்விட்ச் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்ல வரல. யூ ஷுட் டேக் கால்குலேட்டட் ரிஸ்க். நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி 3 இயர்ஸ் நான் வந்து என்னோட ஃபவுண்டேஷன் ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆயிடுச்சு, ரைட். தென் ஐ ஃபவுண்ட் சம்திங் இஸ் பூமிங் அப், விச் இஸ் பிளாக்செயின் அண்ட் கிரிப்டோகரன்சி, அண்ட் ஐ வாஸ் லேர்னிங் ரஸ்ட் as a programming language. ஸோ அந்த டைமிங் யூஸ் பண்ணி should be capable enough to take calculated risk. ஸோ அந்த ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கும்போது யூ வில் see an exponential growth. அது பர்சனல் லைஃபாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லை கரியர் லைஃபாக இருக்கலாம். So that will obviously help in your career growth. So that was one thing that I learned. And after all this journey, I mean 5 years for employee already work பண்ணியாச்சு, 5 years work பண்ணியாச்சு. So and also I was gaining some momentum in my career. So at that time, as a part-timer, நானும் என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்து we wanted to do something a side hustle, இன்னொரு stream of income வந்து கிரியேட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோம். Also in my mind, even from college days, I wanted to start my own business. And the own business என்றது என்னன்னு அப்போ எனக்கு தெரியாது. Something I wanted to do in my life, something I wanted to do bigger in life. So the bigger in life வரும்போது you can't be an employee of a company. ஒரு வாழ்க்கையில் வந்து பெருசாக அச்சீவ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு எம்ப்ளாயியாக இருந்து பெருசாக அச்சீவ் பண்ண முடியுமான்னா அது வந்து டவுட்டு தான். So from college days I had this vision for myself to start something in business. So at the point where so 5 years later, I had some savings. I had some savings which made me to take some few more risks, right? உங்களுக்கு already ஒரு backup இருக்கு அப்படின்றப்போ you can take few more risks, calculated risk எடுக்கலாம். ஸோ அப்படின்றப்போ side hustle நானும் ஃப்ரெண்டும் started. அப்போ நாங்கள் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது we were only two people, right? For 2 years ஆச்சு. For 2 years I don't mean that இப்போ வந்து பெருசாக க்ரோ ஆகிட்டோம் இல்லை. So we are still in initial stage. So at that time we started serving some known sources clients. So most of the clients are from, as said, Singapore, Russia, Canada, and even Australia. There are some clients, right? So அப்படி கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு. நாங்கள் 2 பேர் இருந்தோம், என் ஃப்ரெண்டும் நான் ஆரம்பித்தோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் we found another partner who was strong in marketing. Me and my friend was strong in technical side, and another partner we found who was strong in marketing side. So slower, gradual, steady, grow over it. We started serving clients all over the world, and currently in the 2 years, we grow to a people of 7 people right now. So still we are in the starting stage to scale, but as I told, right, like life வந்து எல்லா ஃபேஸ்லையும் அவங்க ஸ்கூல் லைஃபாக இருக்கட்டும், காலேஜ் லைஃபாக இருக்கட்டும், என் லைஃப்லேயும் பர்சனலாக எல்லா ஃபேஸ்லையும் ஏதோ ஸ்ட்ரகிள் வரும். நம்ம அதுலேருந்து கம்பேக் கொடுக்கணும். அதுலேருந்து செட்பேக்ஸ் இருந்தாலும் நம்ம வி ஷுட் பி கரேஜ் இனஃப் டு கெட் பேக் ஃப்ரம் எனி கைண்ட் ஆஃப் சிச்சுவேஷன். ஸோ அந்த ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்கூல் ஜர்னிலையும் இருந்தது, காலேஜ் லைஃப்லையும் இருந்தது, கரியர் ஜர்னிலையும் இருந்தது. So obviously the path is not going to be smoothest, right? The path is going to be up and down, but we were ready for to take that risk. So at the point upon so for 2 years we have been doing this business, and also we wanted to, my main aim was not to just create a business but provide some value to people around me, as I was saying. So in team most of the people were from similar backgrounds. We didn't go to any top colleges out there for higher. So currently our team members are from very similar backgrounds as mine. So that was one major vision which I have in my mind, to create opportunity to students like you or students like I was, right? So that was the main vision which I have in my mind. So if on the position of the poetry, and business in normal, I mean, it is not only about technical skills, right? So if you want an employee, you can survive with technical skills. But when you are switching from an employee to a business stage, there are other things to learn. Like you need to learn about sales, you need to learn about marketing, you need to learn about accounting. So the way area departments we need to learn. So in the later point of time, I started learning right now. So I'm kind of moving away from it and kind of moving towards sales, marketing, accounting, all those business aspect I'm learning. So நீங்களும் உங்கள் லைஃப்பில் வந்து அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பிகர் விஷன் வச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பிகர் விஷன் வச்சு you need to put consistent efforts, and somewhere or the other when you learn skills that are in demand, and when you learn skills like the sales, marketing, accounting, you can also be an entrepreneur in the future. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பிகர் விஷன் வச்சு push forward in your life. But for an entry level job, also these were the lessons that I want to share with you. But now I want to share some few tools and platforms that I use for getting to my entry level job and for the career growth which I use. So most of the computer science and IT students can use our own. But still, if you are civil and mechanical, you can also learn programming. I would say programming is side skill learn பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பா உங்க லைஃப்ல at any point of time it is going to be useful. So at that time, what are the tools which I used are I used Code Academy, Free Code Camp, Geeks for Geeks, in the free platforms for learning programming that you can start using. Your motivation நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது நீங்க நிறைய படிச்சுட்டு ஒரு வாரத்தில் அப்படி விட்டுறக்கூடாது. நீங்கள் ஒவ்வொரு நாள் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் படித்தாலும் கன்சிஸ்டண்ட்டாக ஒரு இயர் நீங்கள் படிக்கணும். உங்களுக்கு 4 years இருக்குது கரெக்டாக. ஸோ 4 yearsல நீங்கள் 4 years யூஸ் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா what I have achieved in 5 years, you can do it in maybe 1 year. That is possible. So the 4 years proper utilize பண்ணீங்க, அந்த மாதிரி ஸ்கில்ஸ்லாம் லேர்ன் பண்ணிங்கன்னா you will do wonders. So இந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்லாம் நோட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா இது தவிர நிறைய பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இருக்குது. கோட் அகாடமி, ஃப்ரீ கோட் கேம்ப், கீக்ஸ் ஃபார் கீக்ஸ். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ஃப்ரீ லேர்னிங் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஆல்சோ லிங்க்டின் மேஜராக யூஸ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிங்க. ஸோ மேஜராக ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸாக இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா you can start creating profile in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a business profile platform where you can provide value to others and also you can get some value out of it. So the money of free time வந்து ஒரு Instagram, Facebook மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணாம நீங்கள் LinkedIn யூஸ் பண்ணி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get Instagramலையுமே நிறைய சேனல்ஸ் வந்து ப்ராப்பர் எஜுகேஷன் கான்டென்ட் போட ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. பட் ஸ்டில் இன் LinkedIn there will be proper education content going around. ஸோ அது மூலமாக நீங்கள் போடும்போது அந்த ப்ரொஃபைல் க்ரியேட் பண்ணி பண்ண சின்ன சின்ன ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் ரிவ்யூ பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிங்க அப்படின்னா யூ கேன் ஷேர் யுவர் லேர்னிங் ப்ராக்ரஸ். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு வீக்லி அப்டேட் போடலாம் இல்லை மந்த்லி அப்டேட். ஸோ லாஸ்ட் மந்த் ஐ ஹவ் கெயின் திஸ் நியூ ஸ்கில், ஐ டிட் திஸ் ப்ராஜெக்ட். ஸோ அந்த ப்ராஜெக்டை வந்து ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் ப்ராஜெக்ட் தான் யூ கேன் புட் இட் இன் GitHubனு ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இருக்குது. அங்கே வந்து நம்ம கோட் புஷ் பண்ணி கேன் ஷேர் இட் பப்ளிக்லி. ஸோ அது வந்து லிங்க்டின்ல நீங்கள் கன்சிஸ்டண்டாக பண்ணும்போது யுவர் ப்ரொஃபைல் வில் பி பில்ட் அண்ட் யூ கேன் கெயின் லாட் ஆஃப் நாலேஜ் ஃப்ரம் இட். அண்ட் வில் பி நோட்டீஸ் ரைட். லைக் அந்த பிளாட்ஃபார்மில் வந்து நீங்கள் கன்சிஸ்டண்டாக ஒரு கான்டென்ட் போடுறீங்க அப்படின்னா நிறைய பீப்புள் உங்களை பார்க்க ஆரம்பிப்பாங்க. அப்போ அந்த 4th இயர் 5th இயர்லாம் வரும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக உங்களுக்கு இன்டர்வியூ கால்ஸ்லாம் வர மாதிரி ஆரம்பிக்கும். அந்த 3rd இயர் முடிகிறப்போ நான் லிங்க்டின்ல கொஞ்சம் அப்போ ரொம்ப ஆக்டிவாக இல்லை, கொஞ்சம் ஆக்டிவாக இருக்கிறப்போ இன்டர்வியூ கால்ஸ் நான் அப்ளை பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை, அதுவே எனக்கு நிறைய இன்டர்வியூ கால்ஸ் வர ஆரம்பிச்சு. ஸோ அதை வந்து நீங்கள் இப்போவே ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா அந்த 3rd இயர் 4th இயர்லாம் போகும்போது when you want an internship அது உங்களுக்கு ரொம்பவே ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். ஸோ ஸ்டார்ட் டூயிங் தட். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ அந்த 3rd இயர் 4th இயர் போகும்போது if you started building this profile across LinkedIn and Twitter, you can apply for internships and also LinkedIn internship again. And also there are platforms like internshala.com. So again நிறைய internships, part-time internships இருக்கும். ஸோ அது வந்து you can gain real world practical knowledge. ஸோ அதை கெயின் பண்ணிக்கலாம். And also as I told, learn skills that are in demand, right? Because skills that are in demand are AI and future blockchain still on the 2018-2019 when the hype and all, still there are good career growth happening in blockchain as well. So whatever you're interested in, skill, learn skills that are in demand. And so the journey I want you to take away is you need to set a clear vision for yourself. So when you set a vision and then when you put the consistent efforts, there is some extra factor that will help you, which I call it grace. And also consistency is key, and don't fear failure actually, as I mentioned multiple times. And yeah, when you're doing that, all things will follow and you will do wonders in your life. So currently, since I wanted to provide value, we started a Telegram channel, free Telegram channel where students can learn and students can join and learn about programming and daily content for 30 days challenge which day 1 day 2 ஒரு ப்ராப்பராக ஒரு ஆப் எப்படி பில்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஃப்ரீயாக ரிசோர்ஸ் கொடுக்கலாம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு அப்படின்னு we have started this. If you want, you can join here as well. Job Ready Personal channel. Even after this talk, you can talk to me personally if you are interested in joining that. And phone யாராவது பண்ணி நினைக்கிறேன் வச்சுருந்தீங்கன்னா this camp பண்ணிக்கலாம் for joining. And you can connect me on LinkedIn as well if you want to. LinkedIn profile, profile I will join. You can connect me over there if you have any doubts. So I would like to again thank all of you for staying this much time